Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody, to Friday night lore crafting. If you don't have much to do on Fridays, like myself, this is the perfect spot to be. uh yeah. Um so not much going on. Work's been crazy today. Especially I did more work after work than I did all day at work, which is crazy. Um but now it's time to enjoy the weekend for most of you. Welcome back, boss. Let's see. We have a new question of the week, which is going to be discussed tomorrow on the open mic stream tomorrow, which is open to everybody who joins the Inquisition or the Discord. I mean, you don't have to be in the Inquisition, the RP version, but you do have to join the Discord for now. And a link for that is in the stream description, along with the friends and fellow Inquisitors, friends of the Inquisition and fellow Inquisitors, and a link to all their channels, which I think y'all should go check out. Because not only are some of them great lore theorists, some of them are just great video game players. Very interesting group of people. So check them out. Let's see. Boss, you're not on the list because I don't know how to link TikTok. So if you're listening, forgive me, my friend. Forgive me. I failed you. Let's see what else. What else? Hopefully work won't call me anymore. And we can have a good old day. I don't have my coffee tonight, ladies and gentlemen, so don't expect the best lore theories. I only have the Gatorade Zero. Oh, you don't have such account. Oh no. Sorry, boss. Forgive me. Once again. Let's see. We have the new question of the week, like I said. And that question is blah. The new question of the week is, who is Ronnie's teacher? Interesting. Many people believe they know the answer. Many people believe they have it right. Tomorrow we'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow for sure. Let's see. Let's see. All right then. Enough with the yip yapping. Let's get on with it, because tonight's gonna be a doozy, I believe. It's gonna be a doozy. I have the music turned on. Let me know if the music needs to be turned down or anything, and I can make adjustments to the sound. Let us continue. Let's continue with the Golden Inquisitor, since he has most of the map unlocked, and that means we can go places. And I don't mind if we speed run through things, because he's on New Game 4, and so it's fine. Liurnia of the Lakes. You know, we'll do one thing that we haven't done in a while. We'll put our summon sign out there. Wait. Let us make sure that our summon sign is everywhere. How do I do that? Map menu. Summoning pools. Oh, I have everything turned off. I wonder why. Welcome back, Rattle. Let's turn everything back on. And we'll do it this way. The first place we get summoned to, we'll discuss any pertinent lore to that area. I wish there was a turn all on button. Look at that. Look at that. Smooth. I was smooth, man. Smooth as butter. All right. No mistakes this time. Here we go. Fast. Oh, I fucked up in the beginning. Dang. First one. All right. Dang. Oh, okay. Let's double check. All right. This one. No mistakes on that one. Here we go. Here we go. Fast. One thumb is faster than the other. This is why I can't play drums. I can't play my beloved violin like I used to because I've run out of rhythm. I'm just the piston. Oh, goodness. How many of these are there? No wonder I was only getting summoned for Romina. That's the only place I had turned on, I think. All right. All right. So now we'll put our sign out there and we'll go lore hopping. Welcome back, Blaze. Blaze? Sup, B? Blaze. I think Blaze knows Boss in real life. They might be best friends. Wait a minute. There's a Everjail over here. Does anybody remember what's in this Everjail or who is in it? Because honestly, I don't remember. Is this one of the battle mages? Let us find out. Let us find out. Let's see. 1 second. La la la. Which is quite curious in my opinion because the battle mages, I feel, oh no. What is this place? The Everjail. That's what I'm trying to say. I think the Everjail in the Lands of Shadow are divided in reality in the same magic, in the same spell. One's just bigger than the other. And I know I've said this before, but I just got to reiterate it. No, it's a Onyx Lord. How? 1132. Ouch. Oh, whoa. This fucking guy. Wow, let me hit you. All right. Maybe he might have some experience fighting faith builds. This guy. Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. His ghost is green. Yeah, you could say it's green or teal. It says Insight. Welcome back, Insight. But are they really ghosts in here? That's what I want to know. I never suspected that they were ghosts. Wrong potion. Oh. 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 Because, okay, sure, they come out of the... Are they Night Lords? Spirit color? I don't know. Spirit colors are gray. Gray. Spirits are gray. Like ashes, right? Like these. Or those, that's a puppet, but... This guy is Well, we know he's not a puppet, and we know it's not an ash. They're coming His ghost is trapped? No. Well, yes, he's trapped, yes. But I don't think they're like a literal ghost or spirit. I think they might be night lords. And let me or something close to something akin on par with a night lord, because look at this crack in the ground, right? They all come out of this crack. And it's like this goo in reality, or a crack in reality. And where do we see cracks in reality except in Night Rain, right? And if you watch the beginning of Night Rain, it says that the guy's body fell or whatever forever. And it's purple magic, right? So 1217, that's nice. 1217, 2844, that's nice. Right in the face. All right, we'll leave him there. Well, let's go look at this crack. See, like it's like a shadow crack in reality. Because you can still see the plants there. So wherever they're coming from, maybe the Evergel isn't what we're fighting in. Maybe this is the entrance. You know what I mean? And the actual Evergel is inside that crack. Where all of the... Because, you know, every time we're in one of these, they all come out of this crack together. So they come out of the crack. So this crack in reality might be harboring everybody. Everybody that's in jail is probably in there. And perhaps they're tied to it. One thing I would like to see, I have to go back and look at. Oh, look, there's rune writing on that. We'll have to see if everybody's insignia here on this platform is the same or different. Yeah, there's writing. Screenshot. It's carrying writing. It's carrying writing. It looks just like Ronnie's. I took a screenshot. I'll post it in Discord right freaking now. I'll put it in a lore channel. I'll put it in lore 1 so we don't lose it. Give me 1 second. 1 second. All right, there we go. All right, let's see what the people have to say. Boss Saucer says, Spirit Onyx Lord, Spirit Color, his ghost is trapped. The ancestral followers are that color too. Oh, are they? Okay. Spirit Water is teal at Spirit Summoner's Cave. Oh, true. Insight says, spirits that talk to you are normally gray or gold. I think I do be colorblind, so this game has been a little challenging to follow. Oh, I understand. I have a friend that's colorblind. He bought a pair of glasses that he can wear to correct that. So like he was having lots of trouble when we were playing what's that game? Helldivers 2, especially when fighting the bots because he can't see red or something like that. Rattle says, I'm trying to think of anything else that might have or included the title ever in it, but I can't think of anything at the moment. Is that hole a rift or more like a grave? I would say it's like a rift. That's a good word for it. A rift in the reality, in the fracture reality that we're in. I think it is. That's good vocab there. Rift. Let's go look at another one. Let's go look at this one here. Because at one time, believe it or not, I went into all of these to see if we all were facing the Earth Tree or facing away from the Earth Tree when we went in. And because I was thinking that might be significant, because if we go in, no, wait, let me restate what I was saying. I was thinking if we all go in facing one direction, like the east or west, and when we teleport inside, if we're facing east, and if inside when we come inside we're facing west, does that mean we went into like an upside down, like a literal upside down reality? Not the upside down of Netflix. That stupid ass shit. No, this looks the same. It's got the same writing. All right, let's catch on fire and let's go in. So we're looking west away from the Earth Tree, I suppose. Yeah. But if we're looking this way and I started off facing this way, I don't know. I thought it would be significant depending on which direction we were coming into. Let's see. Rattle says, if there are multiple realities, maybe Evergels are meant to be a cell that holds beings from other realities. Maybe they have been plucked from their reality and held there via the rift. I would lean that way. I think that's a sound theory. You know what I'm saying? And the gel itself is in between realities, right? They can't come into the lands between. They can't come into Elden Earth, and they can't go back home. Even like criminals and stuff like that, criminals that have like magical abilities and stuff, or things of that nature that would be detrimental to the lands between, would be in such realities or in betweens. Rattle continues, perhaps they hold vagrants or fugitives from other realities who have escaped to ours. Could possibly explain the Godric situation. Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. That Godefroy is actually another reality's version of Godric. But once again, we have the ash that of the Lindell Knight that captured Godfrey. So if you were going to use him as an example, you would have to reconcile that. And you probably could just say, hey, you know what? That guy's is the one that did it from. Oh, well, you know what? You could just say that's the guy that did it from our reality, the one that captured him. I think that would work. Look at the rift. The rift is the same. To me, that just reminds me of Night Rain so much. But the thing is that also there's like no gravity there. You see the rocks floating, or whatever, the mystical rocks, the spiritual rocks floating into the air. Interesting. Insight says it might be the tech that lets Placidusac sleep outside of time. It could be. Like the Dragon Lord imprisoned themselves to prevent their death. Yeah. Rattle smoked the bowl. Woo! What was that? Sorry. I got excited. I let my carnal pleasures take over. Purple leaves coming out of there. Is it leaves? To me it looked like rocks. All right, let's go to another. Let me get this grace over here real quick, and then we'll go to another one, and we'll verify rocks or leaves. If I could choose an ending, my ending for my character for the Golden Inquisitor, would be to be trapped in our ever jail. That would be his ending. But then a new Inquisitor from the Inquisition would take up the mantle and become the next Golden Inquisitor. Let's see. Here we go. All right, we got this one. Am I missing any other ones? Oh, I'm missing these two, but we can grab those later. Where is an Evergel? This one here. All right, let's go to that one. All right, I'll show you. This is the one that I was doing the experiment on. I'll show you. I don't get these ninja dogs. If anybody ever comes up with a good explanation for that, let me know. If it's like a Naruto reference or something, I don't know. Let me know. Power Rangers Ninja. Let me know. All right, so here we go. All right, let's open up the map, and let's clear the map of all these. All right, so I'm facing it this way, right? So I'm gonna set the thing right there. So it should be right in front of us, right? Once we get in, it'll be right in front of us. But we're not. We're facing now northwest, and the thing is right behind us. So that made me think, are we like literally upside down or in a inverted world? Honestly, I'm not sure. Oh. That guy's so hard. We don't need to beat him. We just need to stay alive. Where is this thing? Ouch. Ouch. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and die. It's raining cats and dogs over at Stormhill. Literally. Time and space bubble. Okay, Rattle says that type of aura or glow is so similar to the types of auras that indicate something from another world, like summon or invasions, right? Okay, let's face. So if we face northwest once again, if we face northwest, we should face this way, right? That's what I thought. Oh, my game crashed. What? Was I getting too close to the truth? Miyazaki. Damn. Was I too close? Did I touch the sun and die? Man. Hold on, it's reloading. We are too close to, yeah, exactly, man. Damn. The truth is out there. The truth is out there, and the FBI with Scully and Mulder shut down my game. Because in my opinion, Scully was the bad guy. I think Mulder was the crazy good guy that turned into the bad guy. Didn't he get taken over by aliens in the last season? Anyways, all right. So once again, let us facing northwest. Let's go into this Evergel. And we're facing northwest. So this Evergel continues, always will be looking northwest or west. Northwest, yeah. Scully was a redhead. Of course she's bae. She can't do no wrong in my eyes. If you have red hair, you'll never do wrong in my eyes. Even if you take my heart and squish it between anyways, here we go. Let's see if that's leaves. Can we zoom in? Yes, we can. That's rocks. There you go. We have it. Rocks. I'm sorry, Insight. It's rocks floating out of there. They're just so well, I mean, if you look at what is it, quantum mechanics or whatever, or physicists or whatever, in space, time and space and all realities are like governed by like gravity, right? So if FromSoft did their homework and this place is the entrance to a reality and that's the actual front door, that's the gateway into a reality, it's through gravity. Man. Gravity magic affects time. Yes. Time. Because gravity affects time in real life, space time. All right, let's kill this guy. Which is going to be kind of rough because he's a Crucible Knight, and most of my spells are Crucible Knights spells. Oh. He blocked it. Nope. We gotta go back to the other one. Oh, he did a combo. Ow. Oh, shit. Jump. Oh, shit. Drink. Oh, man. Oh, God. I come up. My tail whip can't be that strong. I wish my tail was that big. Anyways, no need to fight him. We'll go to another one. Let's see. Rattle says gravity equals black hole. Black hole question mark equals to portal or rift. Yes. Rattle continues. Similar to how meteors are summoned in fights. Yeah. Let's see. Boss says that's why to be able to get to Elden Earth, you need gravity to enter our dimension. Yes. Sounds good. Is Darwin? We'll see if I beat him yet. I don't like that guy. Oh, nope, he's still alive. All right, so. All right, I'm going to put, I'll put the marker here on the other side. Right there in front of us. And we'll see if we turn upside down. Because I think it's upside down up from the. Nope, never mind. It's right there in front of us. Okay, doesn't matter. All right, let's kill him with golden arcs, since he's a traitor. I wish that spell did more damage. Rattle continues with his theory, or questioning. Maybe that's why greater will is represented by a circle or void, because that's all anybody has ever seen of it. Merely a portal, it tends oh, merely a portal, it sends through things. I would say you are correct. I would say I would say that makes logical sense in my mind. Where's Blythe? He's right here. I don't see him. He's 8 feet tall. How am I missing him? Insight says you can't see the greater will because they exist in a black hole, a place where light cannot escape. Or is Blythe all the way over here still? I don't know where he is. It be bugged? I guess it is. Wait a minute. Are we about to find out the Evergel? Was he trapped in that Evergel too? Is that the Evergel that EG uses to trap traitors? I guess so. I guess he might be bugged. He's not up there. I thought it was in like. Well, we know that Blythe was imprisoned in an Evergel, right? But I'm not sure which one it is, honestly. Let's see. The indicted says, have you watched a TV series called The Dark from 2018? It's really weird and has some great Gnostic themes. It reminds me of Elden Ring lore, but I can't put my finger on them. What? Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think so. No, I've never seen the show, by the way. Uh, that is the ringleader of that's Alto or whatever her name is. We beat that one. We beat that one. That one is what's his name? Adam, the thief of fire. And that's it. That one's Godefroy. Godefroy. Is that and this one up here is Vike. And down here we have the old jail. Before they started, I assume that they this is what they used before they started ever jails. The same thing is that they use in the Shadowlands. Oh shit! You know what? That makes me wonder. Oh, and that's the Zamora. Zamora. That guy is way far from home. By the way, if the Zamoran encampment is like up here, yeah, ruins up here, and he's all the way down here, traveled, imprisoned, crazy. Anyways, what I was just thinking, what if this is the prodigy, or what is it? The prodigy? No. The thing that started they were using as prisons, right? Here, the jail cave, and in the Shadowlands they were using what are these? Yeah, Bellerat jail, this caves as well. What if the magic that was in that's veiled the Shadowlands is they took that magic and made it into Evergel, smaller versions. It could be this one, by the way. Let's go look at it. We'll head that way. I think that one might be the Battle Knight. Blades, Blythes, Evergel, South Laernia. Where in South Laernia? Because it's not this one. And this is as far south as you can get. Rattle says, shoot, could that mean that even Inierlin was a giant Evergel trying to contain Mikla? Trying to contain a god? Probably. Maybe. Boss, are you talking about the... Oh, wait. So is Blythe already trapped inside there? Is that what you're saying? He's trapped in the one Darwill's in? Rattle, if Inierlin was meant to cage Mikla or be his Evergel, I like the idea, but how do you... He's inside. He's inside. That it's not bugged. He's just inside. He's already... EG's already trapped him in there. Holy shit. I've played this game for 3,000 hours and I did not know about this dialogue or this option. What? Welcome back, Jackal. Welcome back, Pharaohs. What? I didn't know this. Oh my God. This game still has secrets after all this time. What? Wait. So we have to reassess everything now that if we can speak to people between dimensions like this and we can hear them. That's great. So we have to figure out if people inside Evergels are somehow influencing things around them, or if they even have. Hold on, let's do it.
My thanks, friend. I'm going to see Mistress Rani now. I don't know what came over old E.G., but even if the odds are slim, I need to check the mistress is safe. Now, Rani can finally set in motion the fight against her fate she's dreamt of for so long. I'm going to see Mistress Rani now. I don't know what came over, but even if the odds...
What? What? Yeah, no, really, I didn't know this was a thing. Is that what y'all are asking? Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing. Wow, let's go talk to Ronnie. Does that mean we can save? Does that mean I just saved Blythe from going crazy and having to kill him? I don't. Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. No, he still goes crazy. Oh, that's tragic. Thank you. Thank you for spoilers there. No, I'm playing. Oh my goodness, that's still tragic though. Tragic. Ronnie, no. Mi amor, mi vida. So is Blythe the one that kills? No. No, he's not here yet. Let's go check EG. See if he's been. Let's see if he's dead yet. Technically, you can spare EG and Blythe, but you'd never speak to them again. Interesting. Zanad says no. They still go crazy, or he still goes crazy. Tragic, man. When you love a woman that much, no matter what happens, she drives you crazy, and you can't help yourself. Ah, man, that's whack. All right, let's see. Oh, I know how to get to. I know how to get to that other part of Ronnie real quick. Let's go. Let's go do that real quick. I don't want to get my boots dirty. Boss, how do you feel that this got a cutscene and your girlfriend didn't? Man, this got a cutscene and Romina didn't. Jackwall says, I just got back from Mexican food. What'd you get, ponchos? I love Mexican food sometimes. Not all the time. I'm gonna be honest with you, not all the time. I grew up eating that shit. I like Italian and Chinese more. But I really love all American food, like hamburgers, meatloaf, chicken fried steak. That stuff is exotic to me. Meatloaf. You gonna eat meatloaf every week? Me too, man. The Guadalajara? I don't know what that is. I know it's a city. Every meal meatloaf. I could do that. I could do that without a doubt. Give it to me. There we go. We got Ronnie. Rennie. Can we equip that little doll? I just realized that you can equip this too. I learned that the other day. And you can use it to turn on your great rune. So I learned two things about this game that I never knew in the last week. I like the way Ronnie talks to us right here in this scene.
Oh, a dogged fellow, aren't we? Or is it merely thy habit to talk to dolls?
Both?
Fine. I hadn't expected any soul to recognize me in this guise. But now the cat is out the bag. I cannot allow thee thy freedoms. Perform for me a service as recompense. Eliminate the baleful shadows which prowl these lands. The name of Rani the Witch is already sullied by thee.
I don't get that line.
Not brook disobedience in this matter. Perform for me a service as recompense. Eliminate the baleful shadows which prowl these lands. The name of Rani the Witch is already sullied by thee. I will not brook.
What did we do that sullied her name? Is it because she thinks that we were helping Blythe, or is it that she thinks that we were helping Celovis? Because no matter which one you don't do, you get that line anyways. Jackal says, it's a chicken enchilada and burrito topped with pico de gallo, sour cream, mozzarella cheese, guac, and other things. The restaurant also gave me an extra spicy salsa because they saw me using... Baleful shadow is capitalized. What? Hold on. Capitalization matters, everybody. It matters.
Perform for me a service as recompense. Eliminate the baleful shadows which prowl these lands.
Baleful shadows.
The name of Rani the Witch is already sullied by thee. I will not brook disobedience in this matter.
Well, she's using the plural too, right? So whatever information that she got was kind of wrong because she says shadows. And so there's either she thinks there's two, or she means that the creature down there is also, or the creatures down here are also baleful shadows that she's using as a term, but it's capitalized. So it's a proper noun. So it's something, it's somebody or somebodies. But in the end, it's just one. I wonder if in the original game in 1.0 or when they wrote the dialogue, they were planning to have multiple shadows. Zanod says, I thought it was because we know about her tiny doll form. Well, I don't think we knew, right? We were just being weird with the doll. Rattle says, perhaps a group like Night Cavalry, perhaps. Jackal says, the other salsas, I think they were trying to troll me, but joke's on them. I'm into that shit. I had a friend's dad offer me a whole rare Reaper a jalapeno, and dare me to eat it, and I did it milkless. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. I like spicy food, but not ghost pepper is too hot. Anything past that, I won't eat. I won't even touch it. I like a nice jalapeno, a nice serrano, some chipotle, some, chili rellenos, but no, not super spicy, man. That's not for me. I'm a Mexican. You know what? Yeah, you are late again, Mr. Th. And I even put it as a schedule. I figured out how to do it. And you didn't bother to show up on time, so I'm not gonna do it ever again. Oh shit, that guy got murderous intent. Oh, where are these guys? Oh, there's like a few of them. Oh shit. Or is she talking about the Nox as the baleful shadows, the shadows of her heritage, the shadows of people who? No, I can't imagine who she's talking about. Jackal says, not gonna lie, my tum tum intends on betraying me later, but I'm prepared. Damn enchiladas. That is a cool spell. So I was looking at that trailer, just to go off topic just for a second. I was looking at the trailer for Crimson Desert, and it looked really good, and I was like really into it until I saw like the futuristic shit in it, and then I lost interest. That futuristic stuff is one thing I lost interest about Final Fantasy 14 was when they started putting sci-fi shit in my fantasy. I don't like that. Keep it separate. Gotta keep it separated. Yeah. Let's see. Rattle says, well, there is that red aura around Blythe looking fellow who is named Baleful Shadow, right? Maybe she thinks Blythe is down here too. She's been listening to EG. And perhaps When she learns the truth that it wasn't Blythe, she sends the Black Knight's assassins to kill E.G. for betraying her and for imprisoning Blythe, because at this point she realizes that she suspects that he's not on his side. And then we learned that he's a puppet, but we never learn who the puppet master is. The Nox, you mean the Night Numens, says Mastrote. They were banished underground where the finger dragons can now... When the finger dragons came to power. Interesting. Yes, but I do mean the Nox. Pharaoh says, version 1.0 of the game describes the Nox as members of the Imperium family. Interesting. Interesting that they use the word Empyrean for family. Empyrean family as a thing. Mastrote says, Elden Ring lore exclusive stream. That's every stream. Every stream except for Resident Evil. And whatchamacallit? Helldivers? The Titanborn guy sounds like you with an Indian accent. Like which Indian? Like Indian or Indian American? And I don't think also that Titanborn guy, isn't he an AI bot? I'm not sure. Radaboyal says multiple Blythes from multiple universes, maybe assassins dressed as Blythe wearing masks such as the one we found behind Sullivan's Res. Ooh, I like both of those questions, and both are very plausible, Rattle, because we do know I'll say it. We do know that invaders are from their own timeline, right? They're from their own world, and we do know there is somebody out there posing as Blythe, but we don't know who. Mastrote saw a video that he can't remember who made it, and in that video they assert the hypothesis that Bale became Elden Lord or King in his timeline. Interesting. I'm not sure how they come up with that, but when you're looking at parallel dimensions and string theory, I guess, or the multi-world theory, any possible thing is possible. Larval tear. There's a tear in my beer. It's like Jaws. I'm gonna push it. Oh my God! I was thinking, please don't build up enough speed to hurt me again, because I wasn't gonna survive that. Zanad says, when Millicent shows up in as a Red Invader, after we defeat her, she tells us she was having a dream. She was. I think that's what she says, right? I can go look at her, I think I still can't talk to her. So Zanad, what are you suggesting there? He also says, I really dislike AI lore videos. Me too. I always downvote him. I won't lie. And that's a hill I will die on. I downvote every AI. I don't even listen to it. As soon as I hear it, but let's be honest, you have to click on it to be sure. As soon as I hear an AI voice and I hear the word Michaela or Mikla, no, Michaela or Marika, oh, I downvote. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. And block sometimes if I remember. But not to say that I don't like AI. I do like AI. It's fun. It's got some fun things, but to use it in such a manner is downright disgusting in my opinion. Oops. I failed. I made an error in judgment. Oh god. Oh god, run. Oh shit. Oh. Am I stuck on something? What am I stuck on? Jump over it. Jump over it. The hell? That was an interesting little battle there. Oh, nice. All right, let's see. Mastrote continues. The Elden Ring from the Finger Dragon's religion is the Malekith arena is a depiction of how the Elden Ring is above that power and continuing the crucible. Okay. Rattle says, me too. People work really hard to make their own videos. Then you have people who just chat GBT write something and use the AI voice to read it, and super lame. Yeah, super lame. I agree 100% with Rattle. I have used ChatGPT a lot. It's pretty obvious when it has written something based on the pacing and language use. Exactly. This is true. Mastrote says the ruins from the Elden Ring is a container of that power. That's why the Radagon Elden Ring has more runes that represents more godly / crucible power it's controlling. He says, ha ha ha, but in Spanish, ha ha ha. You're getting killed by a slime. Yeah. Slimes are dangerous, bro. Don't judge them for their meek appearance. Or you'll be like me, running from a slime. All right, let's see. Let's pull out somebody. Who are we going to pull out to fight the... You know what? We'll pull out their masters. So, there you go, ladies. Have fun. So eventually, if we think about it, eventually these silver tiers that we see fighting here eventually become their own race of people because you can choose them as your starting race. And so they must have like their own society somewhere where they're just completely organic and must not know, or maybe they do know their origins. She's using an archery knife. Let me get her. Oh man. Those guys killed my mistresses. Dang. 3v3. Yeah, mimics. Man. All right, I can't use torrent. All right, let's get back up there. Let's avenge the ladies. This time, let's see who we're gonna take this time. We'll take the Mesmer soldiers. Is that an archery knife? Sure does look like one. Archery dagger. I do like that she's holding it in reverse grip. How come we couldn't get that? She's better at knife fighting than I am. Dang. I would like to reverse grip weapons. It's sad that we only got one. Maybe in Elden Ring 2, The Wrath of Godwin, we'll get more reverse grip or the option to reverse grip weapons. Rattle says, I always thought the Civil Triers were mimicking the doomed members of the Fallen Hawks. Or whatever they were called. The band of people? Is that what you mean? If you mean those little short guys that are like zombies, that are like the Goon Squad and everybody, do you think those type of humanoids became the what's that militia? Vulgar militia? Heal? I don't heal until I'm almost dead. Yes, the band of people described in the inverted hawk shield and the ghost flame torch. Yeah, there you go. All right, here we go. All right, you know what? I might heal. Let's go ahead and heal. All right, let's go get this. All right, y'all two take care of the Goombas. I'll take care of the witch. Ooh, smart. Oh, he hits hard. Come on, Mesmer's shoulders. Show him what for. Let's zoom in. Ah, this guy's coming at me. Wow. Y'all really like kill the entire continent of people and having trouble with 2 mimics? They got one. Redible yells, yes, the bandit. Oh, yeah, yeah. Your Pharaoh says mimics can mimic everything and everyone. Interesting. Yeah, I believe that. They got him. Y'all got your ass kicked. Next time I'm calling the goon squad. Jackal says, which Nox woman would you prefer, the sorceress or the maiden, the night maiden? Ooh, good question. Let us go forth and look. Me. I'll say the. Oh man, that's a hard. The swordstress. That's the one. I would prefer her. I think she's the better waifu. She's the one with the whip, right? She sounds fun. Mastorte says some stuff in Spanish. He says, Juega buen chingados me está dando ansiedad. He says I'm good at fucking around and I give him anxiety. I think that's what that says. Or I play around too much. Either way. Overlord, Venture Overlord, welcome. He says that mimic was wielding a young guts great style sword. So pretty strong to be fair. Yeah, he was pretty strong. He was taking off chunks off of me. Your Pharaoh says the Night Maiden outfit looks kind of like a cat ears. It's cute. Exactly. All right, let's talk to the beloved Rane. So we're going to hear her quiet disgust at our... Ooh. Interesting. An Empyrean. You hear that? Chosen by 2 fingers. You weren't born an Empyrean, you were chosen.
Which is when I received Blythe, in the form of a vassal tailored for an Empyrean. But I would not acquiesce to the 2 fingers. I stole the rune of death, slew mine own...
She stole the rune of death.
Casting it away, I would not be controlled by that thing. The 2 fingers and I have been cursing each other ever since, and the baleful shadows...
She says she stole the rune of death, but in the trailer, I'm pretty sure she says or implies that the assassin stole a fragment of the rune of death, and that's another thing. She also says in the trailer a fragment of the rune of death was stolen, and in this thing she said she stole the rune of death, meaning all of it, not a fragment. So, I mean, there's contradictions here from what Ronnie says and implies. So, instantly, we cannot trust what she says, basically. And we have to scrutinize everything she says from the point of view of somebody who's deceiving us, manipulating us. We can't trust her, just like we can't trust anybody else in the game. Argle, welcome back. He says, hi, Golden Inquisitor. So you're a doll botherer too, huh? Hell yeah, I am. I am not gonna lie. Rattle says the fingers seem to be trying to control deific leadership. I guess they cannot wield the power of the gods themselves. They must not be able to, or because why not just do it themselves, right? Why not just have one of them become Elden Lord? Saucer says Empyrean is just a demigod of good quality from the finger's point of view. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair statement. You can trust Roderica. You can't trust her, really. Can you really trust her? You can't trust Hugh either. Now, they're not liars. I'll tell you that. But you can't trust them on the basis of their actions and what we see. Are they the most trustworthy? Probably. Jackal says, or he continues, you can trust Dung Eater. Damn. You really can. And that's what damn. Damn, you got me there, Jackal. Damn.
Even when I turned my back upon the two fingers, Blythe remained my loyal ally. Though he was created a vassal for an Empyrean, he was a colossal failure on the part of the two fingers.
So the two fingers made him.
And
Probably.
Art willing to give too much to me, yet they both understand what lieth beyond the dark path, that I must betray everything and rid the world of what came before. Ah, should I add thee to the list? Another one, kind of heart, as kind of heart as they.
Of course, my love. To a point.
This form hath loosened my tongue. I've let slip too much. Forget what thou'st heard. Forget.
So if she stole the rune of death, and if we see that Malekith has the rune of death, when we fight him, does that mean she gave it back? Or did they find it? Or did Marika find it when they found Godwin's body abandoned in a field or whatever? Wherever they dumped his body, they left the rune of death in it, with it, in it, with it, alongside it. And then she gave it to Malekith. And this would explain how she knew that he had lost the rune of death, how it had gotten stolen. Unless he like confessed to her immediately, hey, I was asleep, somebody stole a rune of death. Or was he asleep the entire time? And then when he wakes up, Marika's there, and she's like, guess what? You're a colossal failure. Venture Lord says the lands between is full of liars and cheats aplenty. Ronnie said it herself. That's true. That's true. And we should take that and apply that to everything we hear. Argo says you can trust Ilaria, but I'm not sure she's considered a full NPC. She's not. You can't trust her. Let's see. Zanad says, I think Ronnie is pretty honest, forthcoming about the consequences of her plan. Consequences? I don't know about that. No, I would disagree. Zanad. Unidentified flying object, UFO, flies past. Thank you. He also shoots. He also says shoots at a caravan that houses the stereotypical crazy old man that believes in aliens. Damn right, man. I'm ready. I'm ready. Venture Lord says, I thought we collected it for him. No, we were collecting Deathroot, right? And Deathroot doesn't necessarily contain a fragment of the Rune of Death, I believe. So Malekith must not fully understand what the Rune of Death or what it being stolen represents or means. Because if he was asleep, if the Saint Trina had put him asleep, and for him to steal, or for Ronnie at this point now that we've learned to steal the Rune of Death, then he doesn't know if they stole a fragment or if they stole the whole thing, right? He doesn't know what it looks like, what it's done or something. He must be ignorant of what it is or something. He must be ignorant of it. Mastrote says, the figures lost the access to the greater will's power, so they created the Empyrean system and the demigods to make a different civilization complete with their own demigods. And someday a lord when Placidusax died. But he's alive. I think the whole thing about with the fingers and the whole demigod and the Elden Lord thing, I think that predates Placidusax as well. We don't know that Placidusax is technically the first Elden Lord or Dragon Elden Lord or even an Elden Lord. What we do know is that it is said to be an Elden Lord or something like that. But and I've said it again, I'll say it again. When it's said to be, is third-party information and can't really be trusted. It's just a rumor. So for it to say that it is said to be the first Elden Lord or whatever, technically is probably not true. There's probably others before him, but since he was the last dragon one, and society as it is now, that where we live in, can't trace back anything further than Placidusax, it would be well within the realm of academics to assume that he is the first Elden Lord, since we can't trace it back any further. And now Placidusax could probably tell us who was Elden Lord before him, but he's not in the mood to talk. Argo says, I don't think Ronnie stole the whole rune, just a aspect of it that's still imbued into the knives and her gift to Rykard. Right, but here at this juncture, she says that she stole it, the whole thing. Jackal Khan says, you can trust Gold Mask. Damn, you got me on another one. Yeah, you can trust Gold Mask. But you can't trust, what's his name? You can't trust Corinth. So technically, you can't trust Gold Mask. Because on a technicality, he can't communicate with us in a way that we understand. So you can't trust whatever he's saying. Because if you don't have complete, clear communication, you can't trust it. Because otherwise, you're being biased, and your bias is untrustworthy. Because he might be telling you, go left, and you're like, oh, he means go right, and then you go straight or right off a cliff. Zanat says, it makes sense that she would have to take the entire Rune of Death in order to get a fragment. Yeah. Amastrote says, I love the theory that Ronnie was like Godwin's girlfriend, that they lived during the Plentiful Era. I would say that's not a theory. I would say that's like probably a fact. As close to as fact as... That's more of a fact than Radagon being a dragon. Jackal says, Goldmask has never told a lie. He's never told us the truth either. Zanot says, the Fingerslayer blade is imbued with the Rune of Death. This is true. Jackal says, there's a video about Placidusax and Bell having a doomed yaoi romance. It's by Silence Ellipsis. I have no idea what that means. I don't know what yeah you means, but I'm glad. I mean, I guess that's cool. I guess. Rattle says, I thought she stole just a sliver. That's why Malekith's sword is chunk missing from it. No. I think, well, in the dialogue we just heard, she says she stole the rune of death. She didn't say fragment, a sliver. She just said she stole it. And from what I understand from the weapon, the reason it's broken up like that is because he used it against the what's her face, Glowmite Queen and other demigods. Probably the other ones that sided with her, and not with their mother, Queen Marika. But we can look at the weapon rattle. After a fragment of death was stolen on the fateful night, Malekith bound the blade within his own flesh, such as none might ever rob death again. Okay, so it doesn't say why it looks that way, but it is. That's maybe if you think about it, maybe that's how they were able to steal a fragment of it, because it was already broken up like this. So they just took little chunks, broke off little chunks of it, right? And let's see. I think the spell tells us more about why it looks that way. Oops. The blade was once imbued with destined death, in addition, dealing damage, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Creates an illusory black blade that leaps forward, blah, blah, blah. No, I guess not. I have no idea. I thought I read somewhere that it was broken from heavy use or something like that, but I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong sometimes. Let's see. Yeah, Ronnie and Godwin were dating. They used to sneak out and kiss under a tree. 100%. 100%, Pharaohs. Meta, welcome back. I made it. Did y'all solve the lore mystery without me? Yes, unfortunately. But we may have solved it, but none of us can agree on what we solved. Jackal says, just imagine the dragon making out and then having a blood feud later. I mean, can dragons even make out, man? They don't even have lips. They slobber on each other. They're just like rubbing teeth and tongues. Ugh. Well, if you're a furry, that's your thing. She stole the whole rune of death. Then a portion was used on the blades. I would agree with that. That is probably the first thing that Mastrote's ever said that I'll agree with. Rattle says, perhaps compare to the sword to the shape found in the incantation. Maybe compare the sword. Okay. I need 34 strength to use this. Damn. Can I use the spell? I can use the spell. Okay. So let's look at the sword. All right. So there's the sword. It's all chipped up, worn out, got some gold in it. A nice, good visual there. All right. Let's look at the spell. The spell, let's look at it this way. The spell looks like it's the same thing. Looks the same. Same model, just different colors. Let's see. Dragons make out by clicking teeth. Ew. Jackal says that's why Belle betrayed Papa Placidus as the makeout system went wrong. Somebody lost their tongue. That's what it is. That's what it is. That spell should be stronger. Oh, it is. Boop. Too strong. That spell's way too strong. All right, before we... Oh, shit, dogs. Does he see us? All right, we're going to stand right here for a minute and let that death tick down. Mastrote says, oh, Jackal. Oh, he's talking to Jackal. Okay, let's see. Rattle says, I feel like the spell looks similar. It does. It does. I think it does. Zanad says, Ronnie imagined herself a spinster and detested the idea of marriage in my head canon. She accepts us as a means to an end after millennia of experiencing life and maturing. Metal as fuck, says Rattle. Well, Zanad. I think it's a cool idea. The Elden enthusiast. Welcome. He says, or Elden enthusiast says, does the Elden beast shoot out similar waves with his sword like Malekith's blade? I believe it does when he does that 4 swipes from afar. Don't skip my please. I don't skip anything, man. I try not to. Oh no, I'm not gonna skip yours. You're talking to Jackal. I don't want to. What is it? Air out private conversations. You know what I mean? But let's do it anyways. Mastrote tells Jackal Bell was Alpha old boss. Bell was the old wasn't what? Oh, maybe okay. Alpha old boss. He was imprisoned and the Newman released him to get revenge on the Finger Dragons. I don't know about all that, but you know what, Mr. We're back to not disagreeing. Argo says, Blythe, how could you? Well, I mean, that may or may not be the real Blythe. Argo. That could be Blythe from a different reality. Because he's red, right? And when you're invading, it says invading another person's world, meaning their reality. 2, that could be somebody posing as Blythe, because we know that it's happening since we can get the Blythe helmet. It's a mask. And so if you don't buy the invasions from an alternate reality, then you'd have, who was it that said that Millicent was dreaming? Then you accept the idea that they're protecting their spirit, whoever this imposter is. 3, I forgot where I was going. Let's see. Jackal says, I wonder what it feels like to get hit by holy damage. Like, does it burn? I would imagine that it feels like a million needles. I don't know why. How do the shadows feel? They probably hurt. Shadows are probably sad. They're probably like emo kids. You know, emo guys from like 2008 with their long hair and eyeliner. They're like 30 something or 40 something now, still dressing the same. And feeling like, you know, wondering why AFI isn't cool anymore. Astrotha says, you talking about different dimensions and my finger dragon theory is whack? Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real. I mean, I got to draw the line somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I got to draw the line somewhere. Don't worry. I'm the same way with Pharaohs. He believes Radagon was a dragon. I don't buy that. So don't feel alone. But always remember that your theories are valid for you in your reality. Mastrotha asks, how does a recruitment teletransport works? It's the same as multiplayer invader? Yes. Rattle says, holy damage feels like when your nice Nana gives blah. Holy damage feels like when your nice Nana looks at you with disappointment. Radagon is a dragon equals facts. No, sorry, bro. That's a hard no on that one. I won't even entertain the thought. It doesn't make any sense. Zanon says, also when we invade Placidusax area, we lay down in a crypt as if to sleep, as if to mimic dying. Oh shit, Zanon. I kind of think we also sleep when we invade other worlds, but can't be proven obviously. But Zanat, I'd never thought about that. Mimicking dying. I will accept mimicking dying anytime. Miyazaki said he's a dragon. No, he didn't. Miyazaki says a lot of things. He's also a huge troll on the community. So I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe anything he says either. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Don't believe anything Miyazaki says. Take everything he says with a grain of salt. Because we know in the past, he's trolled the community. And if you don't believe me, all you have to do is look it up. He knows how the community is with their lore theories and how they make random connections. And so he will troll the community. Belfish.
Thou art the last. Tell the two fingers that Rani the witch cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal.
The last one. So I wonder if originally there was supposed to be multiple one of these fights. If you look closely, his black flame is the same as a spell. It's red. Jesus. Oh, that's what I deserve. That's what I deserve for getting too close. Jackal Khan says, I would believe anything Miyazaki says if it pertains to feet. Fair. I mean, no fair statement was ever said. Damn, that's a fair statement. Where is my torch? I need this torch. The pendant, though, exactly. The pendant. That's how we know we can't trust him. All right, let's. He wasted his potion, which is good. Let's keep him back. Keep him back. And now we'll do this. Oh.
Beautifully fought. My thanks. 'Twas more of a challenge than I envisioned. Now I can finally stand before them. This is farewell, my dear. Tell Blythe and Iji I love them.
What about me? Damn. Discarded so easily, like in real life. Let's see. Hold on, let's see. Where is... let's see. The pendant. Machote says Dragon Knight Radagon was a champion that the Horn Scent put in the jar to make. I don't know where you're getting that, bro, at all. I mean, if that's your head theory, I mean, I can't argue against that. If that's your head canon, respect. I'm glad you have that. Jackal says, it's funny that Ronnie is trying to intimidate the baleful shadow, but she's a tiny doll hiding in her boyfriend's coat. True. Mr. Orthe says, haha, I don't know about that. Just theorizing high. Let's see. Rattle says, is he wielding fire as the real blade has ice? As the real blade Blythe has ice? I think the fire that we're seeing is the Black Flame, the original version of the Black Flame before the red was taken out, before death was taken out. So whatever reality that, well, the reality that he comes from, that Blythe or Baleful Shadow comes from, the rune of death was not removed. And so Black Flame, it still has its red tinge to it. Perhaps, I would say. Nostal says, welcome back, Nostal. Miyazaki calls me once a week to confirm my theories and congratulates me. Sometimes he has to rewrite the lore because he was wrong and I was right. Man, Nostal, that's amazing, dude. Tell him to give me a call too, man, but I'm glad. Zanat says, I just need someone to leak the original Elden Ring script. That's all. Hey, if we could get the Elden Ring Bible that George R. R. Martin wrote, fuck, that'd be nice. Rattle says, there's a Google doc out there somewhere with George R. R. Martin's notes and world building. It probably is, man. And if you have it, you should share it on the Discord. Make sure you join the Discord because Rattle may have that document. Hint, hint. Let's see. Boss says, isn't the Baleful Shadow destined death? That could mean the rune of death was closed to almost everyone but the fingers and its agents had it. Boss, that's an intriguing idea. If you wanted to, I would ask you to expand on that. I mean, that's a good idea. I like it. Rattle says, I don't think the Baleful Shadow uses Rune of Death because we don't get gray bar or our health when, or blah, gray bar in our health when he strikes us. Right, but it does burn us, right? I'll have to look back at the footage. Rado says, I would if I could, friend. You would be one of the first. It was more of a plea and hope, not a declaration. Poor Rattle. Mastrote says, it does look like it had fire. It was on his blade. Once again, me and Mastrote are aligned once again until his next chat statement. Your Pharaoh says, snake? I think. Rattle says, oh my God, why does everybody think I meant that I have it? Because, Rattle, you've never lied. You never lied to us until now. Jackal says, by the way, do you think the Lake of Rot was supposed to be in the past? Supposed to be in the past. Oh, that's an interesting question. Okay, Jackal, let me ask you this, because this, before I make an answer, I need to get an idea of what the context is. So you remember in Dark Souls 3, right? You played Dark Souls 3. I'll wait for you to answer before I continue. Mr. Rotha is using my sayings. That's great, bro. I love it. I'm too lazy to be a liar. Too much energy. For real, dude. That's why I don't lie. I always tell the truth. Because the truth is so outrageous, people don't believe it. Like when I look at a woman, I look her in the eyes and I say, I love you, girl. And she's like, you lying? And then she goes back to her husband. Let's see. Boss says the Lake of Rot was supposed to resemble how most ancient dynastic ruins in Sephora looked. Interesting. There's trees too. Oh yes, there is. Zanad says, why does Blythe's baleful shadow try to block our access to the rotted area? I think they were down here looking for Ronnie. Jacko says, I have, but I haven't beaten it yet, but I'm aware of locations. Okay, so in Dark Souls 3, there's a room where you hit a wall. I'm not gonna tell you what room, but you hit a wall and there's a hole in the wall, and it's a black hole. It's pitch black. It's kind of like this black under the bed, and you go in it, and you find yourself in another dimension. And in this dimension, the Ashen One failed. So do you think this right here, now that I've just said that, do you think in this, going down this portal through the darkness there, led us into the past? Is that the point of your question? If you thought the Lake of Rot, your question was if the Lake of Rot was in the past? Is that what you're saying? See if we get to the other side before 9 o'clock. Wait. I think it's robustness, right? Immunity. Okay. Looking for immunity stuff. Where is that shit? Somewhere. Here it is. Jackal says, no, I asked what the lake of rot supposed to be in. What the lake was supposed to be in the past before the rot, or was it supposed to always be for the rot? Oh, I understand now. Most likely the blue dancer, or the blue fairy, I mean, locked the rot away down here, in my opinion. Does the water, stagnant water, hold the rot, or is it the rot? It could be both at the same time. Zanod says, I think it became rotted after the battle, and they built the dam to block it from spreading. Maybe Ronnie calls the shadow the last one because she thinks Durwill and Blade are both locked in Evergels. Oh, that is a good concept. Like the essence of the rot. Maybe. There you go. I am but the god among thieves. All right, let's see. Let's sit here and just discuss the lore for the last 5 minutes. Answer questions, talk among ourselves. All right, let's see. Where were we? But what's your take, Inquisitor? What's my take about what the lake was before the rot got to it? I don't think there was a lake here before the rot. I think when the blue fairy locked away the rot, this is where he did it. Because most likely this place was already abandoned, and if there was nobody here, what a great place to put it or lock it away. Let's see. Boss says, I have unfinished theory about how the contamination of the Great Cloister led to ancient dynastic to scrap the way of water and take Elden John's new tree system. Oh, that's interesting. I'd like to hear that. Jackal asks, or says, by the way, getting Dragonkin Katana was a pain in the ass for my dex build. Really? Dragonkin Katana. Let's see. What is that one? Wait. Is that the one with the lightning? Serpent bone. Dragon scale? This one? Ooh, I like the dragon scale katana. It's got ice lightning. Oop. God. Is this the one you're talking about? Let's see. But what are these ruins about? Jackal asks. What are these? Well, I mean, they're ancient dynastic ruins for sure, but I don't know what they really about. The Grand Cloister, whatever society was, or whatever this was connected to. All of this, it was a palace. All this must have been a huge like Lindell before it was swallowed by the earth. If you believe the earth opened up and swallowed this place, sometimes I believe the remnants of the people who survived being driven underground by adherence to the greater will, they may have carved this right out of the stone. But man, I really don't know, because like all those carvings are the same things that we see in Moog's palace, right? I don't know, man. Anybody's guess is better than mine, I suppose. It's so weird. And also says, so if the god of rot was locked in there, where is it, or where did it go? I think when it speaks about locking away the god of rot, I don't think I don't think it's literary or literal. I think it's more figurative. Yeah, I think it's more figurative because, the rot, they don't know what it is really. So, in their mythos and their legends or whatever, it becomes the god of rot instead of the water of rot or things like that. Just like how, shepherds became kings, and in the Jesus Christ nascent story or whatever nativity story, the shepherds became kings and kings to wise men and so forth and so forth. Throughout the generations, it gets more embellished, so we don't know what the actual truth might be. Zanot says the Blue Fairy didn't do a very good job. No, not really. But he did a good enough job for society to continue. Not the best job, though. Boss Hustlers, they are about boats, water, trees, and funeral rites. I would agree with that, but what about them? That's the question, right? What's it all mean? We know what we're looking at, but we don't know what we're looking at. We know what the images are, but we don't know what the images are saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Rattle says its essence is locked here. Maybe. But it's trying to come back via Melania. Melania or Romina, right? Boss Osser says, I spoke before about how the Nox could be just the ancient dynasty with a more modern building style, and the Ansel dynasty have cultured descendants in Rea Lucaria. Yeah, I think that's a possibility, and I've heard a theory like that before. I think it was from Jack the Mimic and some other places, and I like to believe it, so I give it a 40% chance of that's probably what we're looking at. A 40%. Oh, you know what? Let's just get to the next area and then we'll call it a night. Because the next area is the boss fight, and then we'll do the boss fight tomorrow or on oh, if I don't die. Whoop. on Monday or Sunday. My kids aren't coming over on Sunday, so I won't be streaming on Monday because they'll be coming over on Monday. So, oh, look at that good-looking chap there. Ain't nobody looked as good as him. Ugh. So tomorrow is going to be the open mic call-in. And if anybody wants to discuss Elden Ring with me, voice to voice, cheek to cheek, face to face, kind of, all you got to do is join Discord. Join Discord and you can call in. Join the roundtable on hold section, and I will pull you into the talking section in order. And depending on how many people there are will dictate how long you get to chit chat. But that's tomorrow, and we'll be talking about the question of the week and anything else that people want to talk about. The question of the week, like I said before, is who was Ronnie's teacher? I think it's a great question, and we got that question courtesy of Annie Nikapu, and so there's that, and let's see what else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and Sunday morning I'll be doing Sunday mornings until the end of time, until my schedule at work changes. I'll be doing Resident Evil streams. I'm currently doing Resident Evil Requiem. I think I'm almost done, and then we'll get back to Resident Evil 0. And maybe other non-Elden Ring games will be Sunday morning and Monday mornings. But yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you follow and watch everybody's content that's in the show notes or the video description, because they're great content creators, not just for Elden Ring lore, but other games. And tell them that I said hi. Bum, bum, bum. All right, everybody. I got to go. Y'all be safe out there. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.